Welcome back to FC Darton, everyone. It's Season 8 and we are still in the Vanarama National League. Some news. McDonald has decided to stay. I've got him on a £700 contract. That is not even the highest paid player anymore. I've also negotiated some more contracts. Needed to keep the best players, the nucleus, the core. He's very good mentally, as you can see. He's actually really, really good mentally. I don't think I realised how good until I just clicked on him a second ago. He's on a one-year contract. He would only sign a one-year contract, but I gave him a couple of £100 extra and I managed to get an optional 1 year after promotion and an optional 1 year that I can trigger, which I will do, obviously. So it's a 2-year contract with an optional 1 if we get promoted, so it could turn into a 3. If we get promoted, though, not only will it turn into a 3-year contract, then I can keep him going forward because it'll be full-time, yada, yada, yada. So the main story, McDonald is staying. Mr. Gordon Davidson, the guy that we got in last episode in the intake, he will be going straight in at centre-back, straight into the deep end, left-footed, left centre-back. He will be our Hegarty replacement, and he's just going to play. If we concede more goals, I'm not bothered. I need a guy that's going to be there, that's going to get us up to that League 2 spot. So he's going to be straight in at left centre-back. Michael Reeve, the guy that joined him in last year's intake, is also going straight in. They're going on that left flank next to each other. This guy's going to be playing left back next to Davidson, so that's quite nice. He's right-footed, I know, but I've got plenty of right backs, so I don't really need one, even though he would make quite a good right back. So if we get a left back through this next intake, then Reeve might swap. He might not, we shall see. But for now, he is left back and Davidson is left centre-back. Unsworth, last season, played a lot of games at right wing and he didn't really do anything. Not only did he not really do anything, he also didn't really improve. And that is because of his temperamental personality. He's a bit of a trouble causer, guys. I'm not going to lie. Every single time I tell him he's not played well to try and kick him up the arse, or tell him he's not trained well, he's like, yeah, I have. Like, he's confrontational. And that literally is shown there. He's outspoken, volatile, confrontational, and temperamental. So this guy's got a bit of a temper on him, as Richard Unsworth. He's not bad. He's 6'2". He's fast, so he's useful. But he's not improving like I would have liked. He's 19 now, and I don't know what to do. I don't really have many right wingers now Lancaster's gone, so I'm going to have to try him again this season. If he doesn't improve, this is his last shot. And if he doesn't start improving, then Charlie Mawson, the guy we got in last year's intake, he will just be thrown straight in. Now, I know that's not great at all. Looking at him, 5 dribbling, 5 crossing, 3 off the ball, 5 vision. He's got pace, but he's, bit of a struggle. The thing is, though, he's a fairly determined personality. So if needed, he will be thrown in. Because honestly, we're probably not going to get promotion this year. We might not even get playoffs. But I do need to fit a couple of these guys in. Because there's a couple of areas in our squad, the players are nowhere near good enough. So the sooner we get players in there that could potentially be good enough, the sooner we get a better squad, better depth, and then that inevitable promotion. Into the season preview then, and we are 15, 20-1. It's looking good. It's looking good. We're improving, as you can see. All the other team's players, loanee players that have made them better, have all gone as well. So I'm assuming that when these guys re-sign loan players, again for this season, then we will drop down. But it looks good. 20-1. Obviously, I reckon I'll get knocked down to 50 by the end of this transfer window. But we're going in the right direction. If we look at the finances as well, 1.14 million, so we've only lost 150k in off-season, which is not too bad, honestly. I thought we'd have lost more with no games and none of that stuff. So projection's still bad, though. Still looking to go down to 3 million in the next 3 years, which I don't know how we're going to possibly lose 4.3 million in the next 3 seasons. I think that's a bit off. We've got a bit of a bank loan, but it's going to be paid off in 8 years at $4,000 a month, so we're not really going to see it. So yeah, there's a bit of debt, but it's nothing really to worry about. The other contract I was talking about was Harry Nicholson's. Now, this guy is on close to £1,000 a week now. He's the best goalkeeper in the division, and I needed to keep him. He's 21. He signed a 3-year contract, and then another 3 years on top of that. I've given him a promotion wage rise of 50%, because if we go up, he will be on 1,500, which is still really cheap for League 2 anyway. So that is absolutely fine by me. Match Ice don't earn a clause, so again, as he's my best player, I don't mind him earning the most. Sell on fee, we're not going to sell him. Relegation release clause, I'm banking that we don't get relegated. It's a little bit risky, that one, but I couldn't do it otherwise. So, I don't know. I think we should be able to scrape ourselves away from relegation even if we do go up. Because we have beaten like League 1 teams and we've done okay against some Championship teams in the past. So I think we could probably skip relegation, but again, bit of a risk. We shall see. So that's the season preview then. All that's left to do is get into some matches. It's the 1st of December, guys, and we have a 3rd round FA Cup draw to come. I'll show you how we got there in a second, but right now we're 11th. We had a really bad start. I'm not going to lie. This is the highest we've been, actually. We've had a decent run last couple of games, and we're trying to put together a bit of a playoff push. But we were as low as like 18th or 17th at one point, I'm pretty certain. I don't think we're going to trouble the top 2 or the top 3. But if we can, again, get playoffs or just outside the playoffs, that's fine. This is our FA Cup run to date. So we beat Macclesfield in the 4th qualifying round. They are in a division below us. We beat Halifax, who were in our division. And then we beat Hyde, who were like 2 divisions below. I've no idea how they got there. Again, we got really lucky with that 2nd round draw against Hyde at home as well. And we beat them quite comfortably, actually. Easiest game of the lot was actually supposed to be the hardest one. And now we've got the 3rd round draw again. So hopefully we're going to do it live, and hopefully we're going to get another big Premier League game. This time it'd be even better if we could get a top 6 team. Here we go then. Who's the first one out? Newcastle. We don't want that one. Well, no, we do want that one. What am I on about? I was thinking we need to be at home. No, we need to be away. We definitely want that one. Sheffield Wednesday. Right, okay. We don't want that. Fleetwood a Championship. Coventry a Championship. We don't want Championship. Carlisle. We could beat Carlisle maybe. Brighton, okay. So our usual opponents, Brighton, have gone. Aston Villa, Championship. Wow, Aston Villa Championship. We'll take that. Okay, Bristol City, another Championship team gone. That's good. Sheffield United in the Premier League? No, not really. Morecambe? Yeah, we'll take Morecambe. Get through to the next round. Millwall? No, we don't want that. Stoke? We don't want that. Nice. Birmingham? Not really. Nice, okay, good. Oh, these Championship teams, it's making me nervous. No. Fulham. We'll take Fulham. Okay. Charlton or Oldham? That'll be Charlton. We don't want Charlton. Okay, that's good. Everton, yes, we'll take Everton. They'll be at their new stadium now as well. Bromley. Oh, we're at home. Oh, we're at home. Please be someone bad. Oh, a Premier League team at home. Oh, great. Okay, well, Bournemouth it is. It's that day again, youth intake preview time, and we need a good preview. We need a good preview. Come on. Last year, it wasn't great. This year, let's see what we've got. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, we've got 2 A's. I'm always happy with at least 1 A. Full backs, that is so good. There's 1 left back and 1 right back, so that'd be nice. And a striker, that's really good too. If we can get a proper good striker. Now, I know we've got Helmsley, and he's good. But if we can get another one on top of him, everything now is to do with depth and improving. So if we can get some depth, because players are getting tired quick. We're in 12th of December now, and I'm already getting players that are jaded because I'm playing them too much, and I don't have the required backup. So that's a problem. And going forward, if we can get depth, that means I can rotate and we can pick up results and we can probably get out of this division, and then we're full-time, and then players shouldn't get jaded as much because they're training more and they can get their fitness levels higher. So it's the day of the FA Cup 3rd round then against Bournemouth, and Helmsley set us on our way with a cross that got turned in by their own defender after 5 minutes. And then 35 minutes on the clock, and Helmsley wins the ball back. Davis comes deep because Tikkanen got injured, out to Havoinakis, and we actually went 2-0 up against Bournemouth, and I could not believe what I was seeing. Bad mistake from them, and Helmsley smashes it in. 51 minutes on the clock as we're 2-0 up, and a bad mistake puts Finn Davis through, and he finishes it for 3-0. In the 67th minute, a long ball down the right-hand side to Unsworth. He cuts inside a little bit, goes back down the wing, and another own goal. It's 4-0 to Darton. And guys, that is how it ended. Somehow, we scored every single shot on target. Actually, we didn't. We scored 2 shots on target, and they helped us out with 2 own goals. Now, they didn't create much. We played really, really well. Tikkanen got injured as well. He's out for 3 weeks after the 14th minute, and Finn Davis came on and scored a goal, which is mad. Now, if you look at their team, you will think from this result, which is ridiculous by the way, you would think that actually they played their youth team. I'm going to show you it and you're going to be shocked. Solanke up front, Alex Scott, Jaden Adai from AZ Alkmaar. Unbelievable result. Cannot believe what I've just seen. After that absolutely ridiculous game of Football Manager, I had to take 5 minutes because that was absolutely unbelievable. We thrashed them. I mean, we didn't, but we did scoreline-wise. It was very even, but actually we took every single chance and they helped us out with 2 goals. They had a goal disallowed as well, so we got a fair bit of luck, but we got 107 grand just from winning the game. Finances-wise, that didn't do too much for us in terms of gate receipts, but we did get 100k prize money. So all in all, we get raised about 160k, which is not bad for a home game. Bring on the 4th round. It's the day after the Bournemouth game, and we've got the 4th round draw. Norwich are first out in the Premier League. I will take that. Aston Villa Championship. That'll be an interesting one. Everton or Bromley. Now, that'll obviously be Everton, so I'll take that. Arsenal. Arsenal gone. Okay. Oh, we're at home again. We didn't want that, did we? Right, let's see what we get. Leeds. Oh, we didn't want that. We didn't want a home game. It was time to play Leeds in the FA Cup 4th round, and Harvey breaks down the left-hand side, put to Hemsley, and Hemsley puts us 1-0 up. It was 1-0 to us at half-time, but then Leeds hit back, Ampadu with a nice ball to Florenzi. Florenzi across goal, Somerville smashes it in. Then, with 81 minutes on the clock, Leeds break our hearts with an 81st minute corner, which sends us out of the FA Cup, but as you can see, it was a very close game. Now, they had a lot more shots than us, they had a lot more shots on target, but XG-wise, we created just as much as them, a little bit more. 50% possession, and they played their best team. They had Sam Greenwood, Somerville, Florenzi, Ampadu, Chabot and Worrell at centre-back, so they had a very good team. But they beat us in the 81st minute from Jay Woodthorpe. Let's see how much money we made. So straight away, looking at the balance, I think we made about 110, 120k again, which is about similar for a home game in our ground at the moment, so it's not the greatest. We wanted the away games, but we got 2 home ones. It's youth intake time, but first, let's have a look at the league table. 5 games left, we are in 5th. The annoying thing about this league table right now is that we haven't won in the last 4 games and we've lost the last 3. Here we go then, the most exciting time of the year. The preview said fullbacks and striker. Let's see if that's true. 1, 2, 3. We got 2 players. We got a centre midfielder that can play striker, and we've got a left back, Dave Smith. Good old Dave. Right, it's not the best intake, guys. I'm not going to lie. It looks like there's only 2 players to sign up, but we'll have a look. It doesn't look fantastic. We've got Nelson, Bankole, and Dave Smith that look like they're going to get signed up. I'm going to probably sign up Odomosu as well because he's got 19 determination. But in general, it's not very good yet again. I'm getting slightly worried, I'm not going to lie, because now our facilities have been quite good, especially the junior coaching and the youth recruitment. They've been exceptional now for about 2 or 3 seasons. I would have thought I'd have seen better players in my intakes by now, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on. So the first guy that I might sign up is Matty Walsh. I think anyone below Matty Walsh isn't going to make it and hasn't got the personality to make it. So let's have a look at Matty Walsh. He could potentially be signed up. Centre midfielder / right winger. It doesn't look too bad, to be honest. He doesn't look too bad. I think I am going to sign him up. He's got good technique, good first touch, vision, teamwork. Physical's slightly lacking, but he's not bad at all. We've got plenty of goalkeepers in the whole club, so I'm probably going to ignore this guy who has only got 3.5 star potential. And we could check him out as well, but again, I don't think we're going to call him up or sign him up. 1-on-1's 4. I mean, his attributes aren't even that bad, to be totally honest. No, I don't think we're going to sign him up. Let's have a look at Lewis Greenwood then, centre-back / right-back. 13 jumping reach, which is really, really nice. That is good. That means he's a centre-back for us, which is fantastic. David Cook is a right winger. He's only got 5 determination, so I'm going to be a little bit harsher on this guy because I don't think he'll improve too much. But let's have a look at David Cook. Probably a worse version than Unsworth, who plays for us now. If he had a good personality and high determination, more so the personality. If he had a good personality, I would probably have signed him up. 5 work rate, the 5 composure, 5 anticipation. Not the greatest. I don't think I'm going to bother. John Odomosu, another right winger / striker. 19 determination, this guy, so interesting. Got a little bit of pace, 13. Balance, 13 as well. Work rate, 13. Technique, 13. Some good attributes, 13 flair as well. 5 composure and 3 decision making is something we'll work on straight away. The last 2 then, we're going to go with Nelson Bankole first because he's 1.5 star current ability, whereas Dave Smith is actually straight out of the academy at 2 stars. So we're going to have a look at Nelson first. He's a centre midfielder / potential striker. Don't forget that. So let's have a look at Nelson. Interesting one. I think probably I'm going to work on his positioning and I might even retrain him into defensive midfield because I do need a backup for Calvin Scott and I don't have one. So I think in pre-season this guy is going to be retrained to defensive midfield. especially with the bravery and the aggression. Positioning obviously needs a bit of work as well. But I can't play him striker because he's got 4 finishing. I can't play him on the wing because he's not got the greatest dribbling. But I think defensive midfield because he's got decent technique, decent tackling, decent marking, good passing, vision, teamwork, work rate. It's not the greatest, but his physicals are quite good as well. And then last but not least, we've got Big Dave, Dave Smith, 9 determination. But let's have a look at this guy. I'm hoping he's got decent dribbling and he can play as a wing back because that's what we play in our formation. Let's have a look at Dave. Very happy with him. Very, very, very happy. 12 crossing. Decent dribbling. I can work on his off the ball as well. Good bravery, good aggression. He's not the smallest. I mean, 5'9" is not great, but 9 jumping reach. Physicals are amazing. He's going to be one of our best players in the next couple of seasons. And we desperately, desperately needed him at left back. I think with Smith and Bankole being the only guys really that's going to trouble the first team, unless there's an absolute miracle from the rest of the guys, I think it's not too bad because it's not a centre midfielder that we don't need. I mean, he is a centre midfielder, Bankole, but I'm going to retrain him to defensive midfield, which we do need. And Smith at left back, again, which we've been crying out for, I think because of the positions that they both are, I think that's a decent intake. I can't be too annoyed. I was a little bit frustrated because the last time I did a save in England, especially with Darton, we got a lot of 5-star players through. Now, they obviously didn't all end 5 stars. They all went down. But the promise was there. And it's not there this time. I don't know why it is. I'm not entirely sure. I wonder if our reputation is sort of catching up with our promotions because maybe our reputation is not very high and there's still like teams in 2 divisions below us that's got higher reputation. I don't know. This is the final league table then, guys. We are 7th. We've just snuck in on promotion playoffs. But the crazy thing is last update we're doing really well and we went on a really bad run at the end of the season. We couldn't get anything going. I looked at the data underlying all the players and the performances, and we actually did quite well. We should have finished like 5th and been really close to 1st. Altrincham have massively, massively overachieved. They've got 101 points. They've won the league by 19 points. But they've like overachieved by 20-something points. So it's absolutely ridiculous how they've managed to do that. Fair play. Quickly run you through the team for the playoffs then and the team for the majority of the season. Harry Nicholson in goal, as you can see. Very, very good. I'm not going to stay on the profiles for too long, guys, because I want this video to be under 35 minutes with the playoffs and everything else. So have a quick look. Pause it if you need to on each player, but I'm going to quickly talk through them all. So Nicholson in goal. Very, very good goalkeeper. 14 clean sheets. Too many conceded, but that's probably the defence's fault rather than his fault. At right back, we have Redmond Fenty. Now, he's a weird one because he's still wanted by some teams and he's kicking up a fuss sometimes, but he's not that good. I feel like he thinks he's better than he is. He's all right. He's a steady player for this level. I don't think he'd be too much better in League 2. He's not played really well, but he's played a lot of games. He can cover a lot of positions, and he's playing right back. Connor Pugh has really, really improved this season, so he's our centre-back now. He's only got 10 jumping reach, but he's got a bit of pace, good stamina. He is a right back, but we've got Fenty there, and I'm struggling for centre-back, so Pugh's gone in the centre, like I said. He's improved a lot this season. He's no longer wanting to talk about contracts, but he has 2 more years, and I also have optional 3 and 3 after promotion if we get it. At the side of him is Gordon Davidson, the guy we got in last year's intake that I said I was going to play throughout this season. He has done. He's played 51 matches, 4 goals, 2 assists. He's done all right, 6.82 for his first season. He's now 17. His jumping reach has gone up to 14. He's 6'3". He's left-footed, so it's a nice little balance. And yeah, I'm hoping next year he'll improve even more. Dave Smith then, straight in at left back, like I said, from this year's intake. He's already improving, and he's already got 1 assist from his first 5 games, averaging just under a 7. I think this guy's going to be very, very good. He's going to become a 3.5, 4-star player by the end of next season. And yeah, I think our left back's pretty much sorted. In front of those guys then is Calvin Scott, the ever-reliable Calvin Scott. Our Jamaican defensive midfielder, 46 games, 2 goals. He's just steady. Good defending, 14 marking, 15 positioning. He stands in front of the back 4, and he does really, really well. Coleman McDonald then, the Irish Xavi in the deep line playmaker position, and he's probably the best player in the league, or our best player in the squad, and one of the best players in the league still. 11 goals, 8 assists, 7.09. I've got him into a new contract, which is really, really good. A year plus an extra 2. It used to be Tikkanen at the side of McDonald, but now it's Jake Bennett. He has absolutely played himself into contention of the first 11. Tikkanen is now a striker. He's our deep line forward because he's a big guy. He can hold the ball up. He's good in the air. And Bennett is our centre midfield attack. 5 goals, 12 assists, just averaging under a 7. I'm hoping he's going to get even better. On the right wing then is Richard Unsworth. We never had a player that is as good as Danny Lancaster that we sold, but we got $1 million from him, and Unsworth just isn't improving. Now, he's done all right in terms of stats. 12 goals, 7 assists. So actually, he's not terrible, but he doesn't improve. he just isn't improving. He's 20 now. He was a temperamental personality. Now he's balanced. It won't improve. I don't know what's going on. I desperately need a right winger. On the left-hand side then, we've got Hrvoinakis, the ever-present, very, very good Hrvoinakis. This year, though, nowhere near as good as last season. Only 11 goals in all competitions, 7 assists. Massively down on last season. We've missed him. If he would have been in form this season, it's not his fault, but if he'd have been in form like last season, I think we'd have come second, third, or maybe even first. Hemsley then sometimes plays on the right-hand side, sometimes plays striker. He's sort of back up at the moment because he's not playing too well, but he will play right wing for this next match instead of Unsworth. Helmsley's got 13 goals, 3 assists. He's good in the cups, but he doesn't seem that good in the league. It's a weird one. I don't know. He was really good in the FA Cup this year, but he's very inconsistent in the league. And then here he is, Timo Tikkanen. 22-year-old now. He is our starting striker, deep line forward. He's got 13 goals, 5 assists this season. Again, not as good, same as Hrvoinakis. He's dipped slightly. 4 dribbling isn't great, and his 6 finishing isn't great. But he's good in the air. He's got good stamina, good off the ball, works very hard, presses well from the front, 14 technique as well, good composure, very good mentals, decent physicals. And the only problem is he's out of contract at the end of the season, and he will not sign a new deal. He wants over £1,000 and I can't afford it. So I don't know what's going to happen. We might have to let him go. It'd be annoying. I'm hoping it's a McDonald's situation where I think he's going to leave. And then the last week, I can agree to a new contract. So fingers crossed we can keep him. If not, it's one of those things. It's Scarborough versus Darton, and they've had their first shot on target. We've had 65% of the ball. I'm hoping we can do something with it this time. There's a lot of games this season where we haven't done anything with it, and we've just let teams counter-attack us. So I'm trying to be a little bit more pragmatic here. I've gone balanced rather than positive, and I'm hoping we can get something. First highlight then, whipped in, header straight into Kovacevic's hands. We've struggled to deal with goal kicks this season. Let's see if we can deal with this one. Nice, well done, Scott. To Hrvoinakis. I've told Hrvoinakis before the game that he needs to up his form. He's not playing very well. Go on, Bennett. What have you got, Bennett? Hemsley. To Bennett. Cross. Hrvoinakis. What have you got, Hrvoinakis? Oh, he's come away. Oh, what a player. There he is. Just told him before the game, like I said, that he's not playing very well. And he's listened to me. Half time then, it's 1-0 to us. We're going to win against complacency. Just had a look as well at previous games against Scarborough. And we've won 1 and lost 1. We lost 2-1 and we won 1-0. So very, very close games. Helmsley is looking... He's not now. He's 6.4. Do we put Unsworth on? Yeah, we're going to put Unsworth on. Unsworth's a little bit taller. And Dave Smith on this left-back position does like a cross. So if we can get him at the back post, Smith to Unsworth, that would be very, very nice. Oh, he's here. I don't know what's happening. He doesn't know what's happening. Yes, Bennett, come on. He's only got 6 goals as Bennett. I thought he would have got more from that centre midfield attack position, but he's very, very good when he gets the ball. Long goal kick from Kovacevic then. Oh, we've not dealt with it again. Please don't score. Oh, that's happened a lot to us. I've actually turned the defensive line down as well. I'm not sure why that keeps happening. It's like my defensive midfielder goes behind my centre-back. Now, I know he's playing as a half-back, but I feel like that's Davidson's fault there. I mean, he's only 17, so that's going to be a bit of a problem, I guess, but that just gives them a way in, doesn't it? Goalkeeper assist is not good. They've gone to a 4-4-2. That should help us out. There's a highlight. I'm not happy about that. Gone out wide to McDonald. I'm not sure why he's out there, but he's got it. He's got it. Can we shoot? Can we shoot? Don't get tackled there. Shoot. Oh, it's a goal. Unsworth. Let's go, guys. We're into the semi-final. Come on. And there it is then. Full-time whistle gone into the semi-final. That was a very good performance, actually, do you know? Really, really good. Let's see who we got next. We've got Morecambe in the semi-final then. Just had a look at the 2 games against them this season. We beat them 1-0 and we lost to them 2-0. Semi-final versus Morecambe, guys, just kicked off. We have made one change. I've taken Hemsley off the right wing and I've put Unsworth because Unsworth's playing better. He's in better form. So, yeah, that's basically the reason. I don't know if this is an actual highlight or not. He started right at the gate. Okay, so we're 1-0 down in 30 seconds. Fantastic start. Really, really good. It was Pugh's fault, apparently. Missed his interception, and we've basically given him a goal to start with. I don't know who this brown guy is, but wow. Okay, yeah. We don't have players like that. Or we have 1, but not 2. Like these guys have. I think Reed's really good as well. Yeah, both really good wingers. This is going to be very tough. We're just, like I said, a couple of players away from going up. If we manage to go up, it'd be massive, but I just don't think we're good enough yet. Another highlight then kicking off, and it looks like it's going to be Morecambe as well. They've got a lot of pace in their team. I've just had a look. A lot of pace, which is a problem because we don't have much pace. And we know what's very good in this match engine. Pace. Lewis Burgess guy, I think... Is he their defensive midfielder? I feel like he might be... Oh, there you go. 2-0. Probably game over, guys. Literally. They're too quick. Too fast. And yeah, that's probably going to be the end of the game. We will see, though. We'll see. Because what I could do, maybe, is change to a 4-2-3-1 at half-time. And we maybe get back into it, but I doubt it. These guys are good. Yeah, half-time, we've been absolutely dominated. So let's make some changes. We're going to go with... Which one is it? Which one do we go with? I think we go with... I'm going to go with this one. So what we do here is... Can we put Hemsley on? I don't want to take Scott off, though. What could we do? I'm probably going to have to take Scott off, and I don't want to do it. Maybe we go with that, and then McDonald as our shadow striker. I think that makes... Does that make sense? We go with Helmsley there, Tickenham there. We'll go with that, I think. Push the line up slightly. And we'll go with that. Don't know if that's going to make any difference. But Unsworth has to be the guy to come off. So to fit everyone else in. Ooh, highlight. It looks to be ours, but you never know. Q to 20. Inside to Scott. Tickenham. What have you got, Tickenham? You've shot from long range. With a very weak shot. I do think that we're probably going to have to try and go 2 up front. I don't think it's going to work. It never does. This formation, for some reason, never works for me. But everyone else says it's very, very good. I'm going to put a playmaker on this right-hand side. McDonald. And we've got a playmaker on both sides. I'm going to see if that makes a difference. Take Fenty off because he's not playing very well. And then the other sub. Hervoinakis is doing nothing. We're going to put Finn Davis on. I'm going to push the line up. We're going to step up more. We're going to stop crosses. And... we're going to have higher tempo. We're going to go really high tempo and see if we can upset them. We're going to also hit early crosses because we've got good players in the box. And it's looking like another season, guys, in the Vanarama National. Yeah, it is. Unfortunate, but it's the 3rd playoff disappointment in a row. I'm hoping we can crack it at some point, but that's going to be the end of the season and the end of the video. So if you like the video, please leave a like and leave a comment as well. That helps out the algorithm. It helps me out, helps everyone out. And leave a subscription on the channel as well. That would be amazing. And until next time, I'll catch you then. Bye.